Take one, and we're joined by Summer B, who's here to give us all the latest Bollywood gossip. The girl with the no.
I am with the no today, and the no today is actually, it's quite a serious week in Bollywood.
Oh dear.
It is, and with it being September the 11th, we know it's the anniversary of a very important day that changed the world, changed history.
Very somber time.
Exactly, and for Asians, it is a very difficult scenario to imagine that maybe people of your creed, of your colour, carried out such attacks. Or
well, I've seen in the newspapers today people have been protesting outside mosques, you know, blaming the whole community for something which wasn't their fault.
It's still something that people get very rallied up against about, isn't it? It's not died down at all. It's still at the forefront of people's minds.
Well, the forefront of people's minds, and at the moment the forefront of Bollywood, because there's a film that's coming out. It stars Shah Rukh Khan, and it's called My Name Is Khan.
Okay.
I think it's very important to Shah Rukh Khan. He was actually arrested at Newark Airport, well, detained rather at Newark Airport for 2 hours, held by security there, who questioned him and interrogated him for over 2 hours. And he's a famous celebrity in Bollywood, and he goes to America and he's detained like this because they were searching people with the name Khan.
Right.
And a film is now being produced. I mean, it stars Shah Rukh Khan and a few other obvious Bollywood stars.
So he's starring as himself in a film?
He's not starring as himself, although the director has come out and said that he did not come out of the role at all while he was playing this role, even at home with his children. And the role is quite important in itself because it's actually a guy who is ill. He is he's like the Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man.
Right, so it's a mental illness.
Exactly.
So to still keep that up must, one, be very emotionally draining, but two, quite difficult on the family, I can imagine. If you're playing that role with your family, you've completely changed the dynamics of the family household, haven't you?
Exactly. Even with his children, he was in this mental condition of autism, and he basically, the film is about a man with a disability.
Right.
But secondary to that, the film is about the disability that terrorism has put on the world and on Asians.
Right.
Because they do feel as though you do get interrogated, perhaps more. Shah Rukh Khan being the example of that. Even the ex-Indian Prime Minister was frisked at an airport.
Well, September the 11th has brought a lot of hatred and a lot of controversy and been very deconstructive towards the Asian population, hasn't it? It's done nothing but make the prejudice they experience and the difficulties they experience so much worse. So anything that can sort of, you know, show people how ignorant actually they are and how they can, you know, move forward is obviously a positive thing.
Well, definitely. I mean, Shah Rukh Khan said in an interview last month that the relationship between the Western world and Islam has changed over the past few years, and the film, he's described the film as the journey of one family and how it changes because of 9/11. And I don't think any Asian family hasn't maybe felt slightly out of place somewhere because of 9/11. I was on a train the other day, and there was a young child. He must have only been about 12 years old, and school kids are school kids, and he said something like, you know, we best not say that because there could be a man, he could run through from Pakistan saying that he's got a bomb. And I thought, you know what? He doesn't actually know any better.
Exactly. It can be genuine ignorance. We use the term ignorance as a very negative thing, and obviously it is, but it can just be people just aren't aware, particularly younger people.
They've not known anything different.
Exactly, and the media can then fuel hatred, and it's just a big cycle. So anything that just informs people more than anything.
I think films are a very good way to inform people. You see one person, rather than thinking about a whole community, one person's deal with it, you can sort of empathise with it more, so
it's
hopefully...
a personal element, doesn't it, rather than you just thinking of the collective.
It's educational, isn't it? You have to be able to see something to maybe know more boundaries and borders.
So hopefully that film will do a lot of good.
Well, there's other films that might be doing a bit of good. We've got Salman Khan, who's actually campaigning on social issues, and he's recording a series of short films on drugs, crime and other public awareness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
it's good how all these films are becoming very didactic. They're really giving a message, aren't they? Rather than just entertainment for entertainment's sake. She's trying to change the world. I think that's really good.
He's looking at drugs, crime in...
I think it's in the Asian community,
Right.
India, Pakistan.
So that's something, you know, we often think, oh, drugs is a big problem here in the UK, you know, and things like that. But it's everywhere, really.
Yeah. You know, you get social issues not just in the West. I mean, perhaps more so in the East. You know, you can't ever rule it out.
Well, it's worldwide, isn't it?
It's a poison. It spreads.
Anybody can relate to it, or to a scenario. Known people, knowing being in a place where drugs is a high culture. So.
Definitely. There's about 30 films he's going to produce.
Goodness.
And they are short.
So it's a long-term plan.
Gosh.
Yeah. Well, it is Bollywood. So it wouldn't be the same if it was just a couple, would it? Well, going on from Salman Khan, he might be a goodie there, but he has actually been portrayed as a baddie too. Recently, he's actually been accused, or there's been rumours that have said that he's hit previous ex-girlfriends.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, on the other side of his coin, he's denying claims that he was ever violent towards Aishwarya Rai, because he did
They're together there, you can see a picture of them.
And there has been reports that he's got a possessive attitude when he's in a relationship.
So they're just speculation at the moment, there isn't actually any
It is speculation. But
if the Bollywood press is anything like our press, I can imagine how things get exaggerated. And
however, domestic violence is obviously something that shouldn't be taken lightly.
It is, and I think also when you've got the culture, sometimes you do find that a male is more dominant in a relationship.
Yes,
you can't.
It is very different than the Western world, and obviously that bridge is forming, and it is sort of through osmosis. A lot of people are sort of adopting more Western views, but obviously, you know, we've got to respect that people are. There's just different ways.
Well, he's dismissed the comments as cheap comments, so.
It could just be tabloid titter.
Yes, it could be.
But saying that, his current girlfriend, Katrina Kaif, she has actually insisted that her decision not to work with Vivek Oberoi is not because of some dispute with Vivek.
So they're saying that because of his so-called history with his previous girlfriends, that now she's saying she doesn't want to work with someone, they're blaming it on him now.
Yeah, she said, oh, I can't work with that person, and they've put two and two together and said, well, he doesn't like this person. Is it because of your boyfriend that you don't want to? So it's kind of...
even these stars, there's still sort of that sort of rivalry and loyalty, and your ex-boyfriend and my ex-boyfriend and
drama. It's Bollywood.
It's all, exactly. It's just inflated, but you know.
So what is she? Do we know what she said? The reason she's not said it?
She's insisted that it's got nothing to do with Salman Khan, but she just doesn't want to work with that person.
Wow.
Fair enough.
For a strong female.
If that's what she says,
Good
I
to be
believe
a strong
it.
female,
Well, you never know. It could be Salman Khan. We don't know. Going on from one hunk to another, we've got Hrithik Roshan, and he has insisted that he's going to stop going to the gym. He wants to get a bit fat.
Sounds like a
sounds
my
like an
kind
excuse,
of guy,
like
you know,
someone
who,
like Shay would use for not going to the gym.
Well,
although it doesn't look like he needs to go, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't get too fat, because, you know, the reason behind
one of the things he's known for is his physique, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's one of his defining features.
One of the Bollywood
So why does he want to get fat? Is it for a role, or
He's been banned. He has been banned from going to gym by the director of his forthcoming film, Guzarish, and that's a role that he has to play, and he has to put on the pounds to play that role.
Well, I hope he's careful eating his custard creams, because as we found out earlier in the show, they're a
Yes,
hazard.
they are dangerous.
They're very dangerous. So,
well, he's co-starring with Aishwarya Rai, so there is some eye candy that's going to be in that film. We'll be quite
it must be hard, because you know we know Rennie, you know, probably the most famous person, Rennie Zellweger in Bridget Jones. She you know eats a lot of food to put it on, but then
had to as well.
To get it back off again, that must be extremely hard.
Must
Especially
mess up your your metabolism and things.
I mean, especially for someone like him, he's a bit like me. We've both got good physiques, and to have to lose that for a role is a bit of a shame.
It must be awful. It must be so traumatic for you.
It must be tough.
It is
Definitely
tough.
when you have to tuck into them donuts. Well, tucking into donuts, we don't want any of that, not in Birmingham, because we've got Olympic medalist Denise Lewis.
Yeah.
She was starring on Strictly Come Dancing a few years ago.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
And she's starting up a Bollywood dance.
Oh, amazing.
Fantastic.
Show. It's an event, basically, and people can go in and join in this Bollywood dancing.
And that's in Birmingham?
That's in Birmingham.
Brilliant.
It starts next month, and I think the performances are marking this 175th anniversary of the Town Hall.
Brilliant, because I did some Bollywood dancing as like regular viewers will know we do a dancing segment. I tried Bollywood and I loved it. It's so much fun, so glamorous. It looks very difficult, and it is very difficult, but you master it a lot quicker than you realise, so it's fantastic.
It's nice. There's a few moves, you know. I'm not going to do any of them right now.
You don't feel like you're exercising, because it is so fun.
That's what I mean. She's an athlete, so she obviously
knows.
I know I saw her on the Strictly Come Dancing tour. You know, and she said it's a pretty grueling regime. So dancing's a good way, fun.
Yeah.
Get some exercise.
There you go. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that, Summer.
No problem.
Lots of dramas going on, but I wouldn't
We're
have
all
it any other
informed
way.
now.
I think it's fantastic. Thank you very much.